Maybe you're scared talking to the camera. Maybe you're planning to start a YouTube channel, but the fear of talking to the camera holds you back. Fear no more, I've got 10 tips for you to help you overcome the obstacle of being scared talking to the camera. Hi guys, my name is Agnes and I've been posting on YouTube for over 2 years. So I've done over 250 videos, and trust me when I say it was not easy to begin with. So I've come up with 10 points to help you overcome those obstacles and hopefully become comfortable and confident on a camera. Let's begin. Tip number 1 is imagine you're talking to a friend. Just in your head, imagine you're just having a conversation with your friend and try to be natural and just go with the flow. And then one good thing about it is that your friend is not going to talk back to you. So at least whatever you say, it's going to be right. Tip number 2 is plan ahead. So I've got a little diary or little journal where I like to write a notes and come up with what I want to say. It's not full script, it's not saying word for word what I want to say, but I've got bullet points which I want to use in a video. And if I stumble upon my words, I just look into my notes and I know at least what was it that I was planning to talk about, and also that helps me to make sure that I cover everything that I wanted to cover, and later when I'm editing there is not another thing that would come up in my head. And also I write this about a day or two so that I have a little bit more time to maybe think about it and come up with some other points and maybe reshuffle them a little. And you know, it just helps me to make sure that I have everything covered. Tip number 3 is practice. Let's face it, nobody's perfect at the beginning, and it takes practice to get good at anything you do. Whether that's playing piano, whether that's driving a car, you're never perfect to begin with. It takes time. It takes determination and perseverance to actually get good at something that you do, whatever that is. And even the biggest YouTubers had admitted that their first videos weren't perfect. And my videos were awful. And everybody that is a YouTuber cringes at their first videos because they're just not the best. How I actually started it is just recorded videos of myself talking to the camera, knowing that I'm not gonna ever edit it or use it, just to kind of get comfortable of talking to the lens. A tip within a tip is to actually talk to the lens as opposed to talk looking at the screen. If I would be talking and looking at the screen like I am now, you will see that I'm not directly having an eye contact with you, and it does later reflect and show on the video as maybe not looking very professional. So remember to stare at that lens. Next tip is don't try to be somebody else. Sooner or later will come out in your videos what kind of person you are and what are you like naturally. So if you're a naturally really calm and content person, don't come onto the video and be like, oh my god, today I've done this is fantastic and amazing. If you don't naturally talk in high-pitched voice, don't talk on a camera with a high-pitched voice, just be yourself. People will like you for who you are, and if they don't, there's another 140 million YouTubers that can go and watch. And yes, it is important to have some energy and have some excitement in what you're doing, but don't overdo it. Don't do it to the point where it does not look natural. Be yourself and people will love you for who you are. The next tip is, in order to be comfortable and confident, you need to feel comfortable and confident. So what I would suggest, being a woman, I have advantage of putting makeup on and making myself look prettier. And for example, when my husband comes and films with me, he trims his beard and, you know, make sure that his face looks clean. And if you have a nice clothes, you know, like today I'm standing here talking to you in just a t-shirt. It's quite hot outside, so I'm not going to be wearing anything long sleeve. Depending on your niche, really, what you're talking about. If you're talking about business and finances, perhaps you want to put some smart clothes on. However, if you're talking about a day-to-day thing, you can wear comfortable wear, like I am normally wearing, just casual top, just look presentable, I guess. You're on the camera at the end of the day. The next tip is to make a video that you enjoy talking about. So for example, if you're not naturally geared up to talk about business, or you have no business, so you're talking about something that you're not particularly interested or maybe knowledgeable about, you're not going to sound like you know what you're talking about, because of which you're going to appear to be unnatural and maybe, you know, you're not going to gain that authority. I wouldn't be standing here talking to you about being comfortable on the camera if I have not done it for 250 odd times before. So I've gained that confidence on the camera, so I can now hopefully share those tips and you will hopefully find those useful. So make videos that you enjoy making, otherwise you will just not be happy to make them and it will show on the camera, so don't. The next tip is be aware of your body language. So when you're talking on the camera and you're very serious and maybe you're not very happy and maybe you're just constantly looking down and scratching yourself, or you know, just not looking very interested or not smiling, it may not warm up to people. And this is the same in a day-to-day communication. Again, it comes back to the point where you're trying to talk to your friend. If you were talking to your friend who you enjoy talking to, you would not be like sad, and unless you're talking about sad things, obviously. But if you're talking about exciting or happy things or something that interests you, you would light up, right? Your face would light up, you'd be probably smiling a lot, and this does present well on the camera, so just be aware of that. Next tip, yeah, if that happens, don't worry about it. Remember, you're not live on stage. You can always trim it out and edit it out. And even I sometimes stumble upon my words, and you know, English is not my first language, so sometimes I mispronounce things and then I just go back and say it again, and that's it. Everyone makes mistakes, and the beauty of having this pre-recorded is that you can always get rid of it in the editing process. The next tip I have for you is, and this is a little bit controversial because when I was watching videos myself about creating YouTube videos, I would have heard two advices. One,
create a short chunks of information, rewatch it, see whether you were good. If you weren't, re-record it and keep doing that until you get a perfect trim of the video, and then move on to the next
part of the video. I would not really do that. What I do, I press record and I talk. You know, when I'm vlogging, obviously I'm gonna have short chunks of information, then I have to put them together to create one video, but they're different style of videos. So depending really on your niche, when I'm talking like that, it's a talking head video. It's just easier for me to record from beginning to the end, and then later in the editing process, get rid of everything that I don't need. But you try it yourself and see what works best for you. Last but not least, the tip I've got for you is to just do it. Now, you would never gonna start a video if you don't press record and don't just start talking to the camera. And trust the process, trust the progress. It will happen for you that eventually you will get comfortable. You need to record 5, 10, maybe 50, maybe even 100 videos for you to become comfortable on a camera. I bet you it's gonna happen much quicker than 100 videos. By probably 10 to 15 video, I was pretty comfortable and confident talking on the camera. It will happen for you. Just be patient and just do it. Please don't forget to comment below what is that one thing that is holding you back from going on the camera. And I really hope that those tips, although may not apply all to you, will help you in some way or the other to get comfortable and confident on a camera. Also, if you're interested to see how much a small YouTuber makes, watch this next video and get inspired. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next.